Hey everybody, and welcome back to the board meeting. Today I'm going to be reviewing one of the latest Unmatched box sets that has been released. It is another one in the Marvel set. This is Marvel Unmatched Teen Spirit. It's got 3 characters in it, like all the other Marvel sets that have come out. It's got Squirrel Girl, Miss Marvel, and Cloak and Dagger. Now, for this game, it comes with a big board like all the other 3 character sets, and this one is at the Navy Pier, and it's basically the setting is it's a big Ferris wheel at a park kind of area. And I won't talk too much about the board because if you like, if you like these kinds of board or not. But for Marvel, the Marvel Unmatched sets, they have done these things where they have spots that have tokens on them, and you can use those tokens when you go to those spots, and they might add attack or defense to your attacks and defenses, or you might have one of the instant lightning abilities on them, which you can use. And I won't talk about the map too much because if you like the map or not. Now, for the characters themselves, I'm going to start with my least favorite character and go to my favorite character in this set. Now, my least favorite is unfortunately by a large margin. This is Squirrel Girl. Now, Squirrel Girl was actually the character that I was most excited about for the set because it was going to be introducing a new mechanic to the game. And Squirrel Girl, she is a melee character, and she has 8 sidekick tokens, and the sidekick tokens are just squirrels, and they are considered small characters, and the small characters or tiny characters are the new mechanic of this game. Now, small characters, they don't impede opponents, or everybody can go through them and they can stop on spots with them, so you can have those small characters along with the big actual fighters in this game, and you can have up to 4 of those small characters in one spot. Now, Squirrel Girl, at the start of every turn, she's going to summon one of these squirrels onto the board. And her whole thing is she wants lots of these squirrels to be next to the opponent. And she's going to get lots of bonuses depending on the squirrels and how many squirrels are around that opponent. There's some cards that let her move through the squirrels, and it won't the movement won't count if you're moving through a squirrel, which is kind of one of my cards from her that I think is more neat than other cards. The reason why I don't really like her very much is because I was intrigued by the small characters, but after I played with them a few times, I'm like, this is more of a headache, a hassle to move. You can move up to 9 of these figures, these characters, in one turn. If you've got all 8 of your squirrels plus Squirrel Girl, moving 9 tokens, and it's not that interesting, her stuff. It's just you want the squirrels to be around the opponents, and you're just going to get the bonuses for it. So she is my least favorite character that has come out in Unmatched for in a while. She's not terrible, but she's not one that I'm going to want to play as very often. So let's move on to the next one. Next one is Miss Marvel. Now, at the start of Miss Marvel's turn, she can move 1 spot, which a free movement every single turn is beautiful. That is huge in this game. And then she also has like sort of the T-Rex large character ability where she can attack from an extra space away. She's melee, but she can hit from 2 spaces up to 2 spaces away. And because she's stretchy, she can stretch her arms and hit people. Her cards themselves are dealing with a lot of the zone aspects in these cards. Like if she is in 3 zones and her opponent is in 1 zone, if she's in more zones than her opponent, she's going to get a bonus. This card's a 6 attack instead of a 3 attack. Stuff like that. A lot of her cards deal with zones. Or if you're hitting someone that doesn't contain any of the zones that you're in currently. So she really cares about the zones, whether you're in a lot or if you're in different zones. The other thing she cares about is hand size, which is sort of this funny sort of pun that they've done with this game because she's got the big hands. A lot of her cards deal with having a large hand size. And like you're going to get bonuses if you have at least 4 cards in your hand. This card becomes this. Or you're going to get +1 attack to this card depending on how many cards you have in your hand. So she cares about zones and her own hand size. And I really do like Miss Marvel. She's a pretty good character. The next character, my favorite character in the set, and it's because I think they're the most interesting to play as, this is Cloak and Dagger. Now, Cloak and Dagger is actually 2 fighters, and I think it's the only character that's come out that is multiple miniatures in this game besides the Raptors. So you have a Cloak figure and you have Dagger. And if you do, their ability is if Cloak does 2 damage to the opponent has to discard 1 card. If Dagger does 2 damage to the opponent, then you get an extra action. And so if you're attacking with Dagger and the opponent just lost all their cards, you can just run off a lot of actions in a row if you're just attacking her. And all their cards in their deck are kind of like multi-use cards, where if you use this card as a defense card with Dagger, Cloak is going to get this. If you attack the opponent with Cloak, Dagger is going to get this. And so you're choosing what you want to do with those particular cards. A lot of them are these multi-use cards. Or if you're defending with Dagger, Cloak then switches spots with Dagger, and this card becomes a 4 instead. So you really are. It's really interesting trying to use your cards as efficient as possible, and that's why Cloak and Dagger is my favorite character. I don't think they're the most powerful character. I think Miss Marvel is the most powerful character in this set, which I don't really care too much about, but we won't know until this set's been out for a long time and everybody's been playing them. But yeah, I think Cloak and Dagger is the most interesting character, the multi-use cards, and just figuring out where you want Cloak and where you want Dagger in this game. So my overall thoughts of this game, I'm going to end up rating this game a 7.5. It probably is my least favorite set that has come out for the Marvel Unmatched sets, and this is the 4th one. Yeah, it's the 4th one that's come out. No, 3rd one? I don't know. It's my least favorite. I can't remember the order that they've come out in. It's probably my least favorite of it, but it's not a bad set because I like 2 of the characters substantially, and one of the characters I just don't really like that much. So that Squirrel Girl does bring the set down a little bit for me, but I do still enjoy this set. I'm glad I have it, and Restoration Games just continues to come out with sets and characters that feel unique from each other. Even though I said I don't like Squirrel Girl, she definitely does feel unique. I mean, they've done a very good job of, I think there's, 42 characters or something now. All of these characters still feel pretty different from one another, and they've done clever things with all of these characters. So this is still a really good box set that I'm really happy that I own. So 7.5 for Marvel Unmatched Teen Spirit. That will conclude this video. So make sure to comment down below some of your thoughts on this set, what your favorite character is. If you like Squirrel Girl a little bit more than me, which I think some people are going to like her more than me. Either way, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe to see more weekly content from me, Shane, at the board meeting in the future. Hope you all have an amazing day. Take care.